And there's Philip Landry rooting for his favourite politician. And mine too. And that was 4th of July. I don't know what year. USS Constitution. Well, this was a scene over in Dorchester where a plane crashed into a house. And the Bridge of Flowers, I think that's in Sherborne, out in the western part of the state. And that's Pat, the Bridge of Flowers. And that's the church at Williams College in Williamstown. Beautiful old stone building at Williams College. And this was at Fitzgerald's with Eddie and Noreen Ring. There's Dick, Donna, Johnny, Noreen, Bill, Julie, Eddie, Mary Jo, Mary Ellen, and Eileen. Mike Bishop, Tim Fitzgerald, Peter, Emily. That's one of the Reese's. And they're the 4 first cousins. 2 of them are sisters. That's myself, Mary Ellen Fitzgerald, Eddie Ring, and Eileen Thomas. And that's Noreen and Dick. And that's Noreen and Eddie at the Von Trapp graves. Stowe, Vermont. And that's at the Sacred Heart Church in Stowe. And they're the Thomas family, Ellen, Susie and Kathy at the back, and Mike, and their mother, Eileen, and Billy. It was at Eileen Thomas's 70th birthday. I don't know who some of them are, but second one there is Bob Griffin, Susie's husband. And that's Eileen, and I think the little girl is Mike Thomas's daughter, and that's Sean, Eileen's grandson. That's Sean, and I think that's Ellen Thomas's daughter and her child. I think that would be Eileen Thomas's great-granddaughter. That's Jean Pettit at Motif number 1 in Gloucester. Not Gloucester, but Rockport. Jean was a classmate of ours in London. Jean Pettit. And that was one night down at Sullivan's. It's John Sullivan, young John, his father John, Phyllis, Sarah Pettit, Anne Sullivan, Jean, and Mary Sullivan. And there's Jean and Phyllis and Sarah. And that's Sarah and Jean with the city of Boston behind them. And those are Sullivans again. And that's Michael and Catherine. That's Catherine doing her act. And that's Catherine one Christmas. That was Christmas 1986. And that's Sean and Catherine. And that's Bridget and Catherine and Michael. And that's Sean again. And that's Catherine Landry. Michael and Catherine. And on the left is Danny Milan, Stevie Milan, Siobhan, Aaron, and then Catherine, and Sean, and Dan Milan. And both of those people were in the first class at Our Lady of Lourdes. Rose Radly and Jim Feeney. And that's Linny de Coast and Father Burke, and I don't know who the priest is. And they are two past principals of Our Lady of Lourdes. Sister Elizabeth on the left and Sister Pat Andrews. And that's Linda Coast, Father Burke, and I don't know who he is. And there's some staff and supporters of Our Lady of Lourdes. Some of them I know, Joan Hoy, that's Anne Donovan, Miss Peregrini, Sister Agnes, Sister Pat, Sister Elizabeth, Miss Daly, and Miss Harney. They're teachers. And that's Bridget and Catherine and Peggy Radly. And that's me getting a cup of tea from Peggy. And that's Eileen getting a cup. And they're the graves of my two aunts. And that's Aaron and Sean. And that's Aaron and Sean again. Sean Mulcahy. That looks like Sean's third birthday. Third or fourth. To some antique cars at Les Anderson's. I would think that was up at the Arboretum. It's the Boston Marathon, 1987. And this was at Cleveland Circle. So he had done about probably 22 miles there. And this was at Siobhan's christening. And they're the Mylans, Stevie, Siobhan and Dan. And there they are again. And that's Sean and Aaron and Catherine. And that's Aaron with the pigeon. And that's Sean with the ducks. Catherine and Sean. Catherine and Sean again. And that's Elizabeth's 25th birthday. Sean and Aaron and Elizabeth and Catherine. And that's a gathering in the yard sometime or another. Somebody's birthday. It's Catherine's third birthday. I guess we were going someplace. Look at the shine I have on my shoes. And that's the 4th of July, Hennessy's and Saugus. That's Pat preparing a table. And that's Maureen Hennessy. And that's Catherine. And Maureen. And that's Mary Quayle. And Stephen Milan. And that's Catherine and Bridget. And that's Noel. And that's Anne-Marie McDonough from County Meath. And that's Maura Fahey, graduating from Regis College. And that's Maura with her parents, Eileen and Paul. And that's Eileen Fahey on the right, and Maura and Batt Curren. That was a close friend of mine when we were growing up. And there's Sheila and Morris and Eileen Fahey. And Batt and Maura Curren. That's Catherine. I think that's Siobhan. And then that might be Stevie Milan. And that's Mary Quayle. That's Mary and Sheila. And I think that might be Noreen there. And the little fellow is Matthew. Emily Fitzgerald, and I think it's Michael Bishop, and that could be Tim Fitzgerald. Peter, Mike Bishop, Tim Fitzgerald, Emily, could be Matthew Reese, and that's Joseph Fitzgerald and Matthew Reese.
Our cathedral for the Lord's cross. Today the Church of Boston gathers at the cross, still stunned from the shame and the pain of the Church's crisis. We come here to ask God to make our suffering redemptive. We gather here with so many priests, so many good priests, struggling to make sense of it all. Tell you today, Jesus never promised us that nothing would ever go wrong, but yes, he promised that he would be with us always. Each of us who are priests will recall that on our ordination day, the ordaining bishop presented us with the paten and the chalice and told us, accept from the holy people of God the gifts to be offered to him. Know what you are doing and imitate the mysteries you celebrate. Model your life on the mystery of the Lord's cross. This must be the program of our life in ministry at the service of God's holy people. Imitating the mysteries we celebrate, imitating Christ's self, their spiritual lives, for being nourished in communities of faith that were helping them to find the path that leads to God. These new Catholics understood that despite the sins and the failings of priests and bishops and the crimes of Catholics over 2,000 years, Christ is with his church. Christ is the bridegroom, not the widower. Christ does not exist separate from his church, his people. As Catholics, we place our faith in him who died and rose to save us. Jesus came to call sinners, and he called us to do his work. It is humbling. And although schools and colleges, 20% of the hospitals in the country are run by the Catholic Church, the largest social service agencies and relief organizations in the land are agencies of the Catholic Church. And this is not just a philanthropic enterprise. It is rather an extension of Christ, who opened the book of Isaiah in the synagogue at Nazareth and said, "The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me and anointed me, and sent me to bring glad tidings to the poor, recovery of sight to the blind, and relief for the oppressed." The followers of Jesus are anointed. Christian means anointed. Anointed to be part of the same mission, to reveal the face of our loving and merciful Father. Once, an Archbishop of New York sitting in his office, received a call on the intercom from a new receptionist at the Chancery. She said, "Your Eminence, there's a man in the lobby who says it's Jesus Christ. What should I do?" The Archbishop replied, "Look busy." Although the Archbishop's words merit a chuckle, on the other hand, they are dead serious. The homeless, schizophrenic man off of his meds, who says Jesus Christ is Jesus Christ in a distressing